Athletic Conference. My name is Hazy Irons, and today we're here on Edinburgh University's campus where the Edinburgh Fighting Scots versus the Pitt at Johnstown men's basketball team. The last time they were together, this Fighting Scots beat Johnstown from an 82 to 72 in overtime. So if this round's anything like last time, we should be in good hands. My name is Hazy Irons, and it's a rat race to the finish. We'll see you at halftime. My name is Hazy Irons, and today we're here on Edinburgh University's campus where the Edinburgh Fighting Scots versus the Pitt at Johnstown men's basketball team. The last time they were together, this Fighting Scots beat Johnstown from an 82 to 72.
Isaac from
So if this round's anything like last time, we should be in good hands.
all the way to the corner of King Junior drives in with the dribble, and they're going to fall into a travel. Took a few too many steps before he was able to pass it off to his teammates. That's going to be the first turnover of the game for either side in Edinburgh on the offensive side. 20 seconds into the game. Your score is 0-0. Jamin Mace taking it down the floor, putting a quick three with the hand in his face. Didn't matter, made it anyway, 3-0. And your leading score is getting off to a quick start in this one, 3-0 Edinburgh. Mazua pass to King. Clancy's trying to answer right back to the three of his own. Jamin Mason in his face still hits the shot. 3-3 your score. Jamin Mason 1 minute down the floor. Putting a quick three with a hand with the ball pass to Liggett on that left side. Back to the top to Frank. Hand off to Mason. Mason to Beck in the start at the near side, right side corner. He gives it off to Mason and reset the offense at the top of the perimeter. Mason driving in, kick back to Beck, to the top to Liggett. Liggett trying to drive in. They're going to call a foul on Josh Wise. Had his hands on Liggett, Liggett drives the lane. That's going to be his first foul. Team's first also. 8:51, excuse me, to go in the game. 18:51 to go in the first half. You know, I haven't done this since Wednesday. A little sloppy, so you're trying to read 3 an hour with him as soon as we inbound. On Josh Wise, had his hands on Liggett. That was a technical problem. Block, I believe.
That happened on Saturday, too.
Happened on Saturday. It happened today also. On Monday, Mike Beck to Liggins in the corner. Open three. Shot up. No good. Uncharacteristic from him. Just over the rim into the hands of a UPJ player. I'm sorry, Maddie. Let me get warmed up. It'll be Dale Clancy with the ball. Holding on that far side, right side of the court. Back out to the top to King. To Wise, who puts up a three. And it's good from the same place as his teammate Dale Clancy shot it. Your score now 6-3. Out. Mason will take the ball. Frank, he'll pass it to Coleman. Coleman down low to Frank. Great pass. Frank just losing control, but throws it right out of bounds. And it will be UPJ. Edinburgh's first turnover of the game. I'll get it. UPG just sounds so much more fluid. But I'll get it. It's better when that's better than when we're playing like Slippery Rock and I call them Mercy. So we're playing Mercy. Coleman down low to Frank. Now the Mountain passes the ball on that far side of the floor, back out to the top to Vescovi. Vescovi driving in, puts up a running jumper, no good at the shot clock. Rebound by Keyshawn Liggett. And he'll take it up the floor himself. Liggett driving in, putting up a shot underneath the hoop, no good. Gets his own rebound. One dribble, pass back up to Mason, open three, shot up, no good off the front of the rim. Rebound by Mike Beck off the tip from Jack Frank. Mike Beck, instead of a third chance shot, we'll call it, passes it to Anthony Coleman. Coleman trying to get it back out to the top of Jamin Mason, but way over his head, and it goes out of bounds. Quick Cleary, though, showing his team some support. I mean, you got 3 chances there. You have to be adamant with an offensive rebound, playing very well down low. Jack Frank and Keyshawn Liggett.
With 17-19 left in the first half, score is 3-6. UPJ is in the lead.
Now the Clancy with the ball. Clancy driving in on Frank. He'll kick it back out to King. King now. Drive in, kick out to number 24, Mazua. Mazua shot up, no good. Rebound by UPJ. Shot up, no good. Rebound by Keyshawn Liggins. Liggins will take it down the floor, hand off to Anthony Coleman. Coleman beyond his NBA three. Shot up, rolled all the way around the rim. Rolled all the way around the rim, no good. Rebound by the Mountain Cats. That was about as unlucky of a shot as you could possibly take. And Coleman thought that was good instead of the rest of them. Now a shot on the other end, Wise for the three, and it's good. UPJ all 9 of their points coming from beyond the perimeter on the Edinburgh side. All their points came from beyond the perimeter. Also, the way around no good. Rebound by the Mountain Cats. Jamie Mason now with the ball. Mason, great pass, down low to Jack Frank. Frank goes up to the shot, walks out of bounds. Now it's not quick enough wide on the read for that one. DJ. All 9 of their points stay. Edinburgh ball up. 16-18 to go in the first half. We scored 9-3 in favor of University of Pitt Johnstown. Mason, ball started. Mike Lancey, Mason, Liggins, hand off to Coleman. Coleman, pump fake, drive in at the free throw line, puts the shot, no good. Rebound by Pitt Johnstown.
Score is 9-3. Pitt Johnstown continues to lead with 15:57 left in the first half.
Clancy, Dua to Wise in that far side, right side corner, back out of the top number 0. Dale Clancy, shot up, no good. Rebound by Pitt Johnstown and a quick kickback for another open three, no good this time. Rebound by Edinburgh.
Score is 9-3. Pitt Johnstown.
It'll be Liggins with the ball. Sutter step in, pulls it back out, drives in on that low block, puts up the shot, it's good. Takes it in, your score now 9-5. Pitt Johnstown still with the lead with 15-23 to go in the first half. No good, rebound by Pitt Johnstown. Clancy, quick kickback for another over to King, no good. Is Vestkova, rebound by Edinburgh. Vestkova pass, Mazua guarded by Frank on that low block. Step in, pulls it back out, drives in, has to kick it back out. Great defense by Frank. Now it's drive in by Vestkova. Shot up, blocked by Liggins. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Pitt Johnstown still with the ball. They'll put up a desperation three with the shot clock winding down. They hit it anyway. 12-5. Under 15 minutes to go in the first half now. Pitt Johnstown living by the three-pointer. Now it's Mason. Mid-range jumper. Shot up is good. Give him 5 points. Edinburgh cuts down the lead. 12-7. Dale Clancy now with the ball. Guarded by Mason. Clancy getting a screen. Working his way around. Mason drives in. Shot up. No good. Rebound by Keyshawn Liggins. Down the floor in a hurry. Looks like he's about to pull up, but he drives in, kicks out to Coleman. Pump fake pass to Mason. To Liggins on that left side, far side of the court. Hand off the back, he brings it back out to the top. Shoots an open three, shot up, no good. Rebound by Jack Frank. Ball goes out of bounds as Jack Frank tries to save it. Almost with his most athletic play of the season, but it will be no good on the inbound pass. It'll be Pitt Johnstown ball as we come back from a media timeout. We will be back in 1 minute right here on the Edinburgh Sports Network. Open three, shot up, no good. Rebound by Jack Frank.
In Africa, 5-year-old Cheryl has no choice. She and millions like her walk miles a day for dirty water. But together, we can end their work by providing clean water close by. Instead of spending hours walking to get water that makes them sick, girls can be in a classroom, and moms will gain back time to care for their families. Sons and daughters can get strong. In Africa, 5-year-old Cheryl has no choice. She and millions like her walk miles a day for dirty water. But together, we can end their work by providing clean water close by. Instead of spending hours walking to get water that makes them sick, girls can be in a classroom, and moms will gain back time to care for their families. In Africa, 5-year-old Cheryl has no choice.
Or online at EdinburghHotelBar.com. The Edinburgh Hotel Bar, where you had me at hotel.
Welcome back to the Tokyo Down Edinburgh men's basketball team on Johnstown. 14:06 to go in the first half. Edinburgh down 12-7. Pitt Johnstown starting back up with the ball.
The Edinburgh Hotel Bar, where you had me at hotel.
Back to Clancy right at the top of the perimeter. Puts up a shot at the free throw line. Rolls around. It's good. 14-7 now. Your score under 14 minutes to go in the first half. Mason will take it down the floor for the shot. looking to start a run. Mason pass down low to Staunch. Staunch back out to Coleman. Open three, pump fake, but he drives in, trying to put up a shot or trying to pass it. I don't know which, but the ball gets poked out. He'll come up UPJ's way. Doing another turnover. Edinburgh keeps the ball 3 of 10 to start this game. Clancy driving on Staunch, shot up, no good. Hit Johnstown, one of the fouls, didn't get it. Edinburgh already down the 4 on their end. It'll be Mason, pass to Coleman. Pump stick on a 3, drive in at the low block, shot up, walk. Rebound by Staunch. Staunch goes up for a second shot. He doesn't fall on that one, made the shot anyway, shows his strength. Should have been a foul call, didn't get it. 14-9 your score, 13 minutes to go in the first half. And the home field outfit getting taxed, so you want to be here. Now as I was saying, that wide open pass down low to number 30, Isaac Sakobi. And no one around him, he just lays up. Rebound by 16-9 your score now. Second shot. Mike back in that far side, left side corner, trying to pass down low to Trey Staunch. It's going to be a key ball violation on the University of Pitt Johnstown. 14-9 your score. And so Edinburgh going to be throwing it in from underneath of Pitt Johnstown. It's going to go straight to Trey Staunch. Staunch falling down after that inbound. And UPJ is going to come up with it. He's going to lead to nothing as they throw the ball away also. Edinburgh on the attack quickly. Coleman to Mike Beck underneath. Mike Beck finishes with a layup. 16-11 now your score. 12:25 to go in the first half. David Mason here leading 4, fortifying shots with 5.
What a play that was.
It very much was a wacky defense. Led to 2 points.
I'm very intrigued by this game.
On the attack quickly, and it'll be wide with the ball. Underneath, putting up a decent 2, shot up, no good. Good defense on Mike Beck, rebound by Keyshawn Liggins. Liggins to Coleman. Coleman back to Liggins at the top of the perimeter. He'll set up the offense. Getting a screen, takes to the left side, takes to the dribble, back out to Mason to Mike Beck. Beck now driving this baseline, going in, ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Pitt Johnstown. This could be a timeout on the floor. Good defense on Mike Beck. See how long it is. Could be an immediate timeout. So we will take a 1-minute break with Edinburgh down 16-11. Don't go anywhere. You are listening to the Edinburgh Sports Network. Takes to the left side, takes to the dribble, back out to Mason to Mike Beck.
When is the best time to talk to your family about staying in touch during a disaster? When floodwaters
One-minute break with Edinburgh down 16-11. Don't go anywhere. You are listening to the Edinburgh Sports Network. Back out to Mason to Mike Beck.
When is the best time to talk to your family about staying in touch during a disaster? When is the best time to talk to your
Hello and welcome back to Macomb Fieldhouse. My name is Maddie G. I am your color commentator for this game. I am joined by Gabe Hype. Gabe G Money Hype.
Maddie's going to be taking over for the next couple of minutes as I try to figure out this camera for a camera person.
Mike Beck with an inbound all the way to Jaron Simpson, who is now in the game. Simpson to Mason. Passes it off to Trey Staunch, who goes up and gets the 2 points. 16-13 here in Macomb Fieldhouse. 11:35 left in the first. For this game, I am joined by Dale Clancy of UPJ. Gabe G Money Hype. Trying to set something up. Hands it off to Wise, who gives it right back to Clancy. All the way to who gives it right back to Wise. Simpson to Mason. Passes it off Clancy to Wise again. Goes up and gets the 2 points. 16 good up for the shot. And it's going to be out of bounds first.
And I am back. Thank you very much, Maddie. From that little 2-minute segment that we had with Maddie, sounded pretty good, so maybe we'll give you the last 5 minutes of the half or something. We'll let you run with it. Got to prepare for next basketball season. But now, Edinburgh on his defensive side. Mason in the corner trying to guard his opponent, but a great pass down low to number 30, Isaac Sakobi. banks in. Pretty much with no one around him. 18 to 13. Now your score is under 11 minutes to go. Great pass inside. Jamin Mason and Trey Staunch going around Staunch as he finishes here for next basketball. 18-15 now your score, under 11 minutes to go in the first half. Rude Magistro Isaac Vescovi with the ball. He'll hand it off to Isaac Vescovi. Vescovi back to Magistro. Clancy trying to drive that baseline, but Mike Beck is right there saying, no way. The Clancy gets around and they're going to call defensive foul on Mike Beck. 18-15 as you're shutting Clancy down, but maybe too many hands on it. And it'll be an inbound underneath the Edinboro basket.
18-15 is your score currently. UPJ leading with 10 minutes and 28 seconds left in the first half.
Magistro pass. Wide, dribbles it in, mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound though by Vescovi. Vescovi, second shot is good. 20-15 now your score, just over 10 minutes to go in the first half. Jaron Simpson taking down the floor for the Fighting Scots. Simpson at the top of the perimeter, pass to the left side, far side corner to Mike Beck. Beck will drive that baseline, but he pull it back out and pass to Simpson, to Mason, to Ligon. Three-pointer with the hand in his face, no good. Rebound by Pitt Johnstown. Second shot is good.
Score remains 20-15 with 9 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first.
Lansing will shoot a three, not even close. Doesn't touch the rim, but it goes right to his teammate, Isaac Vescovi. He banks in with nobody around him. So he busted his play, turned into a good play. And on the other end, Mike Beck in that far side, left side corner to the low block. Staunch moves all the way around, puts up the layup. He started on that left side, put himself to the right side with a good step, and he banks it in with a guy straight on it. 20-17, 9:20 to go in the first half. Teammate Vescovi, Isaac Vescovi, Magistro. So he busted his play. Good play. Back to Magistro on that far side, right side of the court. He'll drive in on Simpson, put up the shot, no good. UPJ with the rebound. The putback is good by Levi Azua, and it's also going to be a foul on Edinboro. He's on the line shooting one more. Foul was on number 45, his first, team second. 9:06 to go in the first half. University of Pitt Johnstown leading 25-17 in this elimination game. Winner moves on to IUP. Loser goes home. Azua, and it's also going to be for the season on Edinboro. One shot from the line. One more. Dead silent Cone Fieldhouse, even though it's packed. Shot up is good. Second. 25-17 now your score. 9 minutes to go in the first half. Johnstown leading 25. Jaron Simpson will call Simpson. Elimination. That pops up somewhere, takes it to the left side. On to IUP. Trying to set the play. Passes it down low to Staunch. Couple dribbles. Shot up. Getting one, but still makes it. He got punched in the face. He's holding his nose right now. Ref finally with the whistle saying, hey, we have a player hurt. Staunch is 265 pounds, like 6 foot. I'll say 6 foot, like 6'7". He doesn't get calls down low when he should. He's got punched in the face there, no call. And Staunch is still hurt. And this is a player that plays football also. You have his football buddies down there. I'll fight him. I mean, it's insane how much players get away with swarming. And you have a big body on the floor like that. Refs just think, okay, they're allowed to play a little bit of contact with him. But Staunch, he doesn't get calls down low. Doesn't matter. He's getting swarmed down there. Right now, he's shooting the ball perfect. 5 for 10 points. Coming off the bench, too, so keep on beating the big man in the ball. Right now, his nose is bleeding. He's got a trainer out there bleeding the floor, and Staunch can take a seat for a few minutes. But as soon as he can come back in, get him back in the game, because he has more than half of your points so far. Keep on feeding him the ball until University of Pitt Johnstown can find a way to stop him. 8:47 to go in the first half. Your score, Pitt Johnstown losing 25-19. Maddie, how we got here?
Gabe, right now, I mean, we're playing like predicted. Both teams are playing like it's a playoff game. It's not going to be an easy game for either team at all.
You can tell both these teams want to Edinboro shoot the ball 9 of 18 for 50%. Pitt Johnstown shoot the ball 10 of 32 for 46%. Pitt Johnstown was pretty decent by both teams. Edinboro started so horribly shooting the ball. But now they're looking pretty decent out there. From beyond the arc, Edinboro 1 of 6, They made their first one, missed their next 5. And Pitt Johnstown 4 of 7. They've looked good from all over the court, and they're still cleaning it up, making sure they get every last piece of blood. Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm not looking like you at you like anything, dude. They did bring in Jack Frank, though, for Trey Staunch, so that'll be a substitution when we get back.
Yeah, Staunch is over there getting looked at by trainers. Maybe that's a sign that the rest, hey, just because he's big doesn't mean he can't get hurt, too. Still cleaning it up. I mean, if he's going to get swarmed like that, hit a couple times, maybe we need to call a foul. But here's the thing. Why are you looking at me like that? We're at 8:47 in the first half. There's only been 3 fouls called. The rest have had a slow.
They did bring in
so
Jack
guess
Frank,
what?
though,
I'm okay with that. I like letting these teams play, especially in an elimination game like this. See what these two teams can do. It'll be Pitt Johnstown with the ball. Clancy will pass it to Mazua. Mazua to King. Maybe we need to call back to Clancy from near side, left side corner. Pass low block to Jacoby. Guarded by Liggins. Trying to get open for a shot. Puts it up. Trying to bake it in. No good. Jack Frank going up top. Trying to get the ball. He gets the ball and he's fouled. As King Jr. is trying to steal it back. Clancy will pass it to Mazua. Mazua to King. That's going to be his first. Team second. Jacoby. Guarded by Liggins. Trying to get open for a shot. Puts it up. Trying to bake it in. No good. Jack Frank going up. Trying to get the Elvin Mason to get out of the way. Playing a little bit of ISO ball, but he'll pass it to Frank at the top of the perimeter. Liggins to steal it back. Back to Simpson. On the right side of the floor. Alex J now in the game for Anthony Coleman. That's going to be his Keyshawn Liggins now with the ball in his near side, right side corner. He'll drive in, put up the shot from below the hoop. He drills it. Didn't need the backboard for that one. Goes right in. Under 8 minutes to go now. Get out of the way. Pitt Johnstown leading 25-21. But Edinburgh heaving up. It's going to be Magistro with the ball. Magistro on the left side, near side corner, back out to the top to Clancy. Clancy drives in. Keyshawn Liggins kicks it back out to King Jr. King Jr. with the mid-range jumper. No good. Rebound by Jim and Mason. Mason down the floor in a hurry, getting a screen. He'll pull up and wait for the rest of his team as they set their offense. Pass to Keyshawn Liggins. Liggins with a shot from the free throw line. No good, but a foul was called. It'll be a shooting foul. And so we'll be on our third immediate timeout with Edinburgh down by 4. And when we come back, Keyshawn Liggins will be shooting 2 free throws. So don't go anywhere. We will be back in 1 minute right here on the Edinburgh Sports Network.
So why do teenagers play high school sports?
My reason why is a sense of purpose.
One reason student athletes seldom choose to get an athletic scholarship. They know that only 2% of all high school athletes are awarded a sports scholarship. So why do they play?
We'll be back in 1 minute right here on the Edinburgh Sports Network.
So why do teenagers play high school sports?
My reason why is a sense of purpose.
They know that only 2% of all high school athletes are awarded a sports scholarship. So why do they play? So why do teenagers play high school sports?
My reason why is a sense of purpose.
7355 or on the web at johnswildwoodpizza.com.
So why do teenagers play high school sports?
My reason why is a sense of purpose.
4 to go in the first half. Keyshawn Liggins at the line. His first shot is up and it's good.
7355 or on the web at johnswildwoodpizza.com.
They are 1 for 1 right now, looking to make it 2. And he does. Cuts his lead back to King Hudson to a 1-possession game. 25-23 now your score. 7:18 to go in the first half. Clancy. Pass to Magistro. On that right side of the floor, pass even deeper into the corner to King Jr. King Jr. Great pass down low to Jacoby. Jacoby finishing with no one around him. Ooh, this game is getting good though. 27-23 with under 7 minutes to go in the first half. I have to stand up because Garrett Simpson got the ball on the right side of the floor. He'll pass to Liggins. kind of near that low block, but he'll pull up for a mid-range jumper. And it's made by Orlando King Jr. Didn't matter. As Ligon sinks the shot, makes it 27-25. Clancy now with the ball. Clancy at the top of the perimeter, almost loses the ball, but he gets it right back. Clancy driving on Ligon, the shot up, banks it in. Athletic move by Dale Clancy. Gets the bucket for Ross. We're back to a 4-point to Johnstown lead. Simpson. Sutter step in, passes it. Before he gets called with the walk to Ligon to Mason, that far side, left side corner. Mason will drive in, mid-range jumper, pulls up, no good. Rebound by Jack Frank, shot up by Jack Frank. No good. Banks it in. Second shot will go right out of bounds. Okay, last touch by Edinburgh. It'll be Pitt Johnstown ball. Back to a 4-point to Johnstown lead. Simpson. Sutter step in, passes it. Before he gets called with the Clancy. Taking it down the floor for the Mountain Cats. Clancy. Still with the ball. He'll pull up for a jumper. No good. Rebound by Frank. Frank trying to pass up to Mason. Mason gets punched in the face. Not on purpose by Dale Clancy, but trying to steal that ball away. Clancy put his hand in. Knocked Mason almost down. It'll be the team's fourth. Clancy second. He's going to take a seat. Don't want to be in foul trouble. Still with the ball. At the start of the second half. 5:50 to go in the first. Trying to pass up to UCJ, leading 29-25. Mason to Ligon and up to Simpson. Trying to do some work. Sutter steps in. Pulls back shot. No good. Put on the line. Deep two. Rebound. 5 to the Mountain Cats. It'll be wide. The ball wide. Pass to Missoula. Missoula to Magistro. 5:50 to go now. Great pass down low. Still running Josh wide. Maddie upset about that. He should be. Wide open pass down low. It should be good for the layup. 31-25 now your score. Back shot. No good. Mason. Drive in. Kick back out to Jaron Simpson for the three. Looks good. Nothing but net. Like it was nothing. The second three of the game for the Fighting Scots makes it 31-28 with exactly 5 minutes to go. And at the next break, we have 4 new Fighting Scots coming in. So basically a brand new swap. Now drive in by King Jr. No good. Rebound by Pitt Johnstown. Blocked on the second shot. Oh, the fans go wild. Trying to get down the floor towards Edinburgh. So the ball is knocked out of bounds by a foot of UCJ. And it will be the Fighting Scots ball with 4 new Fighting Scots coming to the game. The only player to stay in the game was Mike Beck. Keyshawn Ligon, Mike Beck coming into the game. Michael Sims Jr., Trey Staunch, and Anthony Coleman now in the game. Everybody else dropped except for Ligon. Ligon now with the ball. Pass to Mike Beck. Beck, a quick three, shot off, no good. Rebound by Edinburgh, and that is a foul call on Keyshawn Ligon. And wow, was that a horrible call? What Keyshawn Ligon did, he went in, knocked the ball out of the hands of a UCJ player, and the ball hit the UCJ player in the face. The ball, let me just say that, the ball hit him in the face, and it went to Anthony Coleman, and they said it was a foul on Keyshawn Ligon. I guess you can't use the ball as a weapon. I guess we'll have to read up on our playbook. But now it's going to be Johnstown ball. A quick rebound. Magistrate off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound by no one as of yet. A fight for the ball on the ground. Mike Beck comes up with it. He passes to Michael Sims Jr. Sims Jr. down the floor in a hurry. Drives in. Kicks back out to Anthony Coleman. Pump stick on the three. He'll drive in. Kick back out to Mike Beck. Beck driving himself. Pick up a shot. Nope. It's going to be an offensive foul call. And man, it's Mike Beck mad. What a horrible call. Pat Cleary, can you see his red face up here? A charge call, and man, this home crowd is getting mad. But guess what? This might be the best thing for the Fighting Scots. You know why? Getting the fans in early, you have to pack yourself good out. Getting them up and angry early, they're going to be pumped and ready to go for the rest of the game. This might be a good thing. Might be a good thing. It's only a 3-point game. You can give these up early. But man, what a play by the Fighting Scots there. A lot of confidence moving forward. But it'll be UCJ ball now. It'll be Magistro. Missoula bring up the shot. It's good. Gets it the ball underneath the basket. 33-28 now your score. There's 4 minutes to go in the first half. Mason with the ball. Mason to Ligon. Anthony Coleman in that far side corner. Coleman will drive in, kick out. Michael Sims Jr. getting another foul call on Anthony Coleman as he drove in, charge calls, and Pat Cleary is very upset. I haven't seen him this upset all season. I've seen him upset quite a lot. Cleary's going to need to take a timeout. And we'll take a timeout with them. We will be back in 30 seconds. Edinburgh down 33 to 28 right here on the Edinburgh Sports Network.
Put a spark in your lunch break with DJ Wick and the Midday.
I haven't seen him this upset all season. I've seen him upset quite a lot. Cleary's going to need to take a timeout. And we'll take a timeout with them. We will be back in 30 seconds. Edinburgh down 33 to 28 right here on the Edinburgh Sports Network.
Put a spark in your lunch break with DJ Wick and the Midday.
Go to Johnstown with the ball. Magistro down the court, guarded by Sims Jr. Magistro takes to the right side of the floor. Picks up his dribble. He's in that right side, far side corner. Pat Cleary, one of the travel calls, didn't get it. Magistro out to the top, back to Magistro. He'll bring it out to the top. So he passes to Nova. That's Toby still with the ball, excuse me. That's Toby, 3 seconds on the shot clock, puts up a mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound by Liggins. Liggins just take it down the floor, and now it's passing to Coleman. Coleman, no one around him, NBA 3, shot up, no good. Rebound by Pitt Johnstown. Magistro out to the top, back to Magistro. We'll bring it out to the Magistro. Guarded by Sid Jr. Magistro pass to the Wise. Toby still with the ball, excuse me, King Jr. 3 seconds on the shot clock, puts King Jr. Great pass down low to Wise. Too much on it as Wise steps out of bounds. Liggins just take it down the floor, now it's passing. Trying to save it. Around an NBA 3, shot up, no good. And it'll be Edinburgh ball. 5 Pitt Johnstown.
Score is 33 to 28. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first half.
First half.
I'm so sorry.
New York action. Great Sims now with the ball on his right side. He passes Liggins even deeper now in the corner. Step back 3 from Liggins. No good. Rebound by Staunch. Staunch gets the ball poked away though. It'll be Pitt Johnstown ball, so good offensive rebound stuff. A bad turnover. Now Wise with the ball. Wise takes it down the floor, puts up the shot. No good. On the mid-range jumper, rebound by Keyshawn Liggins. On that left side of the floor, getting a screen from Staunch. Liggins will drive in, but bring it back out. Still working on the ball now. Passes the corner to Coleman. Coleman drives to the baseline. Step back shot now on the jumper. No good. Rebound by Pitt Johnstown. Both teams on both ends coming up with nothing as we're under 2 minutes to go in the first half. 33 to 28 your score. Pitt Johnstown leads this one in an elimination game in the first round of the PSAC playoffs. Magistro passes the corner to Coleman. Coleman drives the ball. Waiting. Pretty much drive in. Kick out King Jr. King Jr. with a 3. But before the shot, for this offensive foul on Magistro. Team's 5th foul. Elimination game in the first round of the PSAC. It'll be Edinburgh ball with 1:30 to go in the first half, down 33 to 28. See him leading Edinburgh tied up against the lead before the half. It'll be Sims Jr. with the ball, demanding the offense. Sims pass down low to Staunch. Staunch foul is going up. No good on the shot, but even near the line. He'll be shooting 2. 1:30 to go. He's a big man down low. He needs to get called. That's going to be the 6th team foul on Pitt Johnstown also, so no fouls to give. Edinburgh will be in the bonus. The offense Jackson, pass down low to Staunch. Staunch fouled his shot up by no good on the top. He's near the line. Trey Staunch is good. Now, with Trey Staunch's size, and he gets fouled a lot down there, you would think man down low he wouldn't be good at free throws. He very much is. He very rarely misses. The second one is good also. No fouls again. 33 to 30 now. Now it's Pitt Johnstown back with the ball. Magistro. Now, with Trey Staunch's size and too wise, he gets off the King Junior. He wouldn't be good at free throws. King holding the ball. He'll give out to Magistro. Magistro setting up the offense now. To Wise. To Vescovi. They're standing all around that outside perimeter. They'll pass it to Wise on the left side, near side, towards us. Wise will have to put up a shot. Falling away. No good. Rebound now by Pitt Johnstown. Leads to an open shot on the other side by Vescovi. No good on that shot. And Trey Staunch goes up for the rebound. He's going to be fouled as he's going up. And that should be free throw. All around that outside. And it looks like it's going to be Trey Staunch going to the line for a 1-and-1. Down by 3. They can make this a 1-point game. Trey Staunch hits both of these. On the other side by Vescovi. Fighting Scots live broadcast supported by John's Wildwood Pizzeria. Open daily at 105 Erie Street in Edinburgh for eat-in, delivery, or takeout. John's menu includes pizza, hoagies, wings, salads, and more. Information is at 814-734-7355 or on the web at johnswildwoodpizza.com. First shot by Staunch is good. He'll get a second. Fighting Scots live broadcast supported by. Second one is good also. Give him 14 points in the game. He's going to take a seat. That's the big man on campus now with 14 points. He's getting a standing ovation from the crowd, and he should. He's a big reason why they're in this game right now. 33-32 your score right now. 46 seconds to go in the first half. Edinburgh going to get the ball back more than likely. They hold him here and get a score. They would have the first lead in the opening minute. That's the big man of the game. Pitt Johnstown with the ball, though. They're being like Dua with the ball. Dua should. He's got a big Vescovi. Vescovi's driving on Liggins, puts up the shot. No good. Rebound by nobody as there's a foul call trying to get the ball with Orlando King Jr. He gets hit with the foul. That's going to be at least the second. Yeah, it's the second team's eighth. And so not only is it a foul when you don't get the offensive rebound, but it also puts Keyshawn Liggins, one of the best shooters on the team, shooting a 1-and-1. Edinburgh down by 1 right now, trying to get their first lead of the game for the opening 30 seconds. Orlando King Jr. And the free throw is good. He has the second team's eighth, and now we have a tie game at 33-33. Keyshawn Liggins with 9 points. He's your second leading scorer. Keyshawn Liggins, one of the best shooters. That's way behind Trey Staunch off the bench. Shooting Liggins now. Second free throw, no good. We'll be tied up at 33. Pitt Johnstown going to hold the ball for his last second shot. Clancy will hold it. Now we're at most 10 seconds left on the clock. We'll start going at 10 seconds past. For a 3, Magistro. And Magistro hits it. Second free throw, no good. We'll be tied up at 33. They're going to throw it. Hold the ball for his last 3. Yeah, it's taking them a while to get on it. I don't know if they're deciding if it was a 3 or 2. It was a 3. 36-33. Your score. Pitt Johnstown leads with 4.2 seconds to go in the first half. Edinburgh hold a timeout, and they're going to try to get his last second shot to tie this one up or go down by 1 as we close out the opening 20 minutes. This game broadcast on the Edinburgh Sports Network is brought to you by Bonnell's Auto Group, featuring collision servicing in Ely and Fairview, auto glass replacement and repair in Fairview, auto sales in area in Fairview, and full rod shop services and restoration in Fairview. Information on each service is on the web at bonnellsauto.com. Mike Beck looking to inbound it to Mason. Mason, this game's broken down in a hurry, getting down 3 defenders. Ball bounces off his foot though, and out of bounds. So it will be Pitt Johnstown ball with 1.2 seconds to go. And now Pitt Johnstown going to be looking to increase the lead into the half. Information They don't really have a play drawn up, so they will take a timeout also. And so they're going to take a 30-second timeout, but we're going to stay right here.
Gabe, you want to know what I love about Edinboro?
What do you love about it?
I like this about a lot of schools.
Except for Makeda.
I like Makeda. And I can remember his name. But I do really like the student support that's here tonight. We've got students, athletes, parents, friends, families. Everybody's out here in Cofield. If you're not here, you should be. I like this about
It's usually just parents and grandparents at these days, but it's nice to have an actual
and I can remember his name. Adam,
that very many times. But now Pitt Johnstown with the ball with 1.2 seconds to go. They're going to throw it in from half court into Wise. Wise, one dribble, shot up, no stop. The shot went in, but they're going to say he did not get it off in time. And so, lucky for us, we're at 1.5 seconds to go. There's only 1.2, and so 36-33 at the half. Pitt Johnstown with the lead. Edinboro, your leading scorer coming off the bench. Trey Staunch with 10 points. They think 10 points on the line. Online, but I'm not sure at 14 in time. So I'm going to say it's lucky for us. Behind him is 1.5 seconds to go. James is only 1.2, and so I don't want to mess 36-33 at the half. Pitt Johnstown with the lead. With Edinboro, your leading scorer coming off the bench. Trey Staunch with 10 points.
Round one of the PSAC tournament where Edinboro Fighting Scots are versing the University at Pitt Johnstown Wildcats. Or Mountain Lions, sorry about that. It's off to a very exciting start. The game picked up very quickly. Right now we're at a 33-36 points. Trey Staunch, Mr. Nosebleed up here, scored 14 points. No hit can stop him, obviously, because he plays football originally. His teammates are here screaming, he plays football, he plays football. So Trey Staunch, nothing can stop him, nosebleed or not. We're pretty good. Right now we're down 3 points, but one simple basket can fix all that. I'll give you more at the end. We're at a 33-36 points. Trey Staunch, Mr. Nosebleed up here, scored 14 points. No hit can stop him, obviously, because he plays football originally. His teammates are here screaming, he plays football, he plays football. So Trey Staunch, nothing can stop him, nosebleed or not. We're pretty good. Right now we're down 3 points, but one simple basket can fix all that. I'll give you more at the end.
listening. You've missed a lot, but you're gonna be listening for the best part at the end of the game. And Edinboro will start us back up in the second half as Jamie Mason was driving in. A foul call. It's gonna be called. No sign yet. It's gonna be an offensive foul on Pitt Johnstown, and one ref thinks that it's a foul in Edinboro. The other ref said no, it's on Pitt Johnstown. It's going to be on number 0. That's going to be Dale Clancy. That's going to be his third. He's first of the half. Only 10 seconds in. Already in some foul trouble if you're Clancy. It's going to be Edinboro ball, defensive foul called on Pitt Johnstown. Pitt Johnstown, Mike Beckman inbound it underneath the Mountain Cats. No, it's on basket. Johnstown maybe on number 0. Brings the top of the perimeter, taking the right side, puts up a 3, shot off, and it's good. This is started with a tie game, 36-36. 25 seconds into the second half. Clancy now with the ball. Clancy pass it to Mazua, holding at the top of the perimeter, handed off to Clancy. Clancy, deep NBA 3, no good. Rebound by Jack Frank. Frank will hand it off to Mason. Mason will take it down the boys on the right side. A second three from that same location, no good this time. Rebound by Pitt Johnstown. Edinboro looking for their first lead in the opening 30 seconds. Clancy now going down the floor. Dale Clancy will take it coast to coast, puts up the mid-range jumper, drills it. Another lead for Pitt Johnstown. 38-36, 19 minutes to go in the game. Mason getting a screen, getting some separation. We'll take it to Jack Frank at the free throw line. Foul is going to be called. Same location, no good this time. On Jack Frank, thing that he pushed off before he got that pass. Going down the floor, Dale Clancy will take it. So great pass, great look for Jack Frank at the free throw line. But a foul was called. Pitt Johnstown. So for the Pitt Johnstown ball, that's the first foul on Frank to go in the game first also. Getting a screen, getting some separation. Take it to Jack Frank. Wide with the ball, wide, getting a little bit of separation. Puts up a 3, shot up, no good. Rebound by Frank. Jack Frank, thing that he pushed off. Logan will take it down the floor for the Fighting Scots. He'll drive all the way in, puts up the shot, banks it in. 38 tie game now. Once again, 18:30 to go. Clancy with the ball. Clancy pass to King Jr. Driving on Coleman, puts up the shot, foul called. Does not get it to go. It's a field goal line, shooting 2. So far in the game. All the way in. Johnstown is 1 for 1 for the free throw line compared to Edinboro, who's 7 for 8. 18:30 to go. Clancy with the ball. Clancy pass to King. King's first shot. King Jr. Driving good. This game broadcast on the Edinboro Sports Network is brought to you by the Edinboro Hotel Bar, serving a variety of lunch and dinner items every day from their location at 100 Maple Street in downtown Edinboro. Information is at 814-734-5103 or online at edinborohotelbar.com. Second free throw, no good. 39-38, just over 18 minutes to go. Liggins with the ball. Liggins at the free throw line, drives in, puts up a layup, no good. Rebound by nobody, but Jack Frank tips it in, and Edinboro gets their first lead since the opening 30 seconds of the game. 18 minutes to go. Edinboro leading 40-39. And both these games that these two teams have played so far this season, they've been close. Edinboro getting the win in both of them. One of them it took all the way to overtime. But now a quick 3 on the other end by Pitt Johnstown by number 30. Isaac Kobe is good. They regain the lead. Back and forth we go. Jamin Mason with the ball now at the top of the perimeter. Gets the screen from Frank. He gets around it. Goes to the left side. Down low. Shot up. No good. Rebound by Frank. Get on your feet. Edinboro. Coleman with a couple of defenders. Makes on and goes up, and he was not going to be denied. Gets the dunk to fall. We're tied at 42. Momentum is on the side of the Fighting Scots. UPJ might need a timeout. That was the best dunk I've seen so far this season by any school. And I've seen a lot of games with tenacity. Now Coleman gets the steal. 3-on-3. Edinboro goes down. It's going to lead to a 3 by Keyshawn Edinboro has the momentum. And UPJ is going to need a timeout to regroup. And this place is going electric as Edinboro leads to 42 with 16:53 to go in the game. What a sequence of events. We will take a 30-second timeout with them to regroup. We will be back here on the Edinboro Sports Network in 30 seconds. I'm excited.
So you don't have to miss even a minute. It's the Fighting Scots.
What a sequence of events. We will take a 30-second timeout with them to regroup. We will be back here on the Edinboro Sports Network in 30 seconds. I'm excited.
So you don't have to miss even a minute. It's the Fighting Scots. So you don't have to miss even a minute. It's the Fighting Scots.
The end of this game, as soon as that dunk happened, along with the rest of the fans, I was standing up, I was ready to go. And Edinboro, with the first lead of the game, they marked the three-pointer by Keyshawn Liggins. A two, they're going to say his foot was on the line. So your score now 44 to 42. The Fighting Scots lead. UPJ. UPJ has the ball. It's Missouri with the ball. Missouri driving on Staunch, puts up the shot. No good. Rebound by Edinboro. Anthony Coleman came up with the dunk happened, along with the rest of the fans. Coleman was taking down the floor himself. Passed to Keyshawn Liggins in the corner. He'll drive in. Shot up is good, but there's a foul beforehand. So the shot will not count. It'll be a foul on UPJ. It should be their third team foul. Foul to be on number 30, Isaac Kobe. And Edinboro will be inbounding ball underneath the UPJ. Edinboro, Anthony Coleman came up.
Score is 42 to 44. Edinboro is leading with 16:20 left in the game.
I hope you got a good shot on himself. Shot up is good. I hope you got a good shot. Mason. The back to Mason. Third team foul. Near side, left side. Corner. Keyshawn Liggins putting on the juke. Gets an open shot. Shot up. No good. Rebound by Trey Staunch. Second shot. No good. Rebound by Anthony Coleman. So 3 opportunities for Edinboro here to get the points to Keyshawn Liggins. He was feeling that crowd right here. He was like, I'm going to put on my move. Get this defender to fall. What a sequence of events for the Fighting Scots, playing some of their best basketball of the season right here in the closing half. Keyshawn Liggins, Mike back now with the ball. He'll drive in. Couple of moves with the open layup, banks it in. Largest lead of the game for the Fighting Scots, 46 to 42. Now on the other end, drive in by Josh Wise. No good, but foul was called here. He'll go to run, shooting. 2 fouls to be called on number 23, Mike Beck. That's going to be his third foul, 15 seconds. So with that, we will go to our first media timeout of the second half. I know it feels like it should have happened ages ago, but it's a very close second half, but a very eventful second half. And Edinboro's got the largest lead of the game, 46 to 42. And we will be back in 1 minute right here on the Edinboro Sports Network.
Question. When you walk into the boardrooms of the most
that, we will go to our first media timeout of the second half. I know it feels like it should have happened ages ago. It's a very close second half and a very eventful second half. Edinboro's got the largest lead of the game, 42. And we will be back in 1 minute right here on the Edinboro Sports Network.
Question. When you walk into the boardrooms of the most
I just got onto the Edinboro Now YouTube page where you should already be, and that is watch a replay of that dunk. The man was just ferocious. He got this crowd on the feet, so seriously, watch it live through ETV on the Edinboro Now YouTube page. Easiest way to find it. Don't bother with the Stretch Internet. Just go straight to the YouTube page on Edinboro Now. I definitely need to start saying that more. Edinboro Now's YouTube page. You should already find a perfectly clear version of the game with a 3 to 4 camera setup. I can't even tell these days. 46-43, one free throw made. Watch it live through ETV on the Edinboro by UPJ there. Edinboro still with the lead, just over 15 minutes to go in the game. Trey Staunch was off the free throw line. Thought about passing, but arrested the shooter himself, and he drills it. I think Trey Staunch could take a sip of water, and this crowd, especially the student section, will go crazy for him. Here we go, let's go Staunch chant. Now a shot on the other and a quick one by Dale Clancy. Fadeaway jumper is good to answer right back. 3-point Edinboro lead with 15 minutes to go in the game. Simpson with the ball on that far side, right side of the floor, past that corner. Trying to get to the low block with Liggins to Staunch. So poked out at the last second by Isaac Jacoby. He's going to go out of bounds. It'll stay Edinboro ball. With 22 seconds to go on the shot clock, Anthony Coleman will be inbounding it underneath. We hit Johnstown basket, and he'll do just that to Aaron Simpson. 15 minutes to go in the game. To Liggins, to Mason, in his far left side corner, shot up, no good. Rebound by the Mountain Cats, down the floor in a hurry. It's Clancy, guarded by Mason, close, gets the screen, takes it to the inside, step back, pass, we'll call it. Thought about the shot, but passed it down low to Orlando King Jr. Jr. puts up the shot, no good, but a foul was called. He's going to go to the line, shooting 2. Mason, far left side, and this is Johnstown team shooting the ball 3 of 5 from the free throw line. Hopefully they make it. 3 by Mason, close 7 here. Takes it to the inside. Edinboro leading 48-45 with 14-28 to go in the game. The first free throw by King Jr. is up. Jr. puts up the good. No good, but a foul with 48-46 now. He's going to go to the line, shooting 2. Mason. Left side, and this is Johnstown team shooting the ball 3 of 5 from the free throw line. Second shot by King is underway. It's up. It's no good. Rebound by Trey Staunch. And he's trying to save it before it goes out of bounds. Staunch is going to throw it right out of bounds. I think it's the last touch he had by Staunch. 48-46 now. And so, just like that, it'll be UPJ's ball once again, down by 2. Wise with the ball on that low block, that right side, fadeaway jumper, gets it to fall, ties the game right up at 48 once again. Wise is playing a very good game, a very good jumper. Simpson to Coleman, count to Liggins on that far right side of the floor compared to us. Liggins trying to get it back up to Simpson, gets it poked away. Goes over half court, but I think it was tipped. Simpson comes up with it. He'll hand off to Mason. Mason to the corner to Simpson. He'll drive baseline off the pump fake. Shot up, no good. He's on the ground. He's hard. No foul called. 1-on-1 the other way. Wise versus Mason. Shot up, no good, but a foul was called on Damon Mason. It'll send Josh Wise back to the line. Shooting. Trying to get back to Simpson. Gets it poked away. Once again, just want to reiterate, you're probably listening to us right now on 88.9 WFSE Fighting Scots Radio. You can hear us from anywhere from Edinboro to Erie, from all around the area, but also you can listen to us and watch at the same time on Edinboro Now's YouTube page. That's right. Just go to Edinboro, just go to YouTube, type in Edinboro Now, and the live link will come right up. First shot by Wise is good. We have to reiterate. You're probably listening to 4 great cameramen, WFSE professional here, I say, making the game crispy as ever around the area. But also, you can listen to us and you don't want to miss that. Watch the live action straight from YouTube. 4-3. Second shot was good also. UPJ reclaims the lead, 50-48 with under 14 minutes to go. Jamin Mason with the ball. Mason takes to the left side of the floor, pass to the low block to Staunch. Staunch gets trapped, so he kicks it back out to Jared Simpson to Coleman. Open 3, pump fake for Coleman. Drive in, mid-range jumper, the running jumper, no good. Rebound by Keyshawn Liggins. The second shot is good. Tied back up at 50 and back and forth. We go. This game is going to come down to the wire, so you do not want to miss it. Don't go anywhere. Mason Clancy hand off to King Jr. to Wise to Mazua. Mazua. Pass to Coleman to Clancy. Pump fake pass to King Jr. Back to Clancy. To Johnstown. Couldn't do nothing there. Clancy will hold it at the top of the perimeter. Winding down shot clock. Pass to Wise. Handed in space 3. No good. Rebound by Jaron Simpson. Don't go anywhere. Down the floor in a hurry. Pass to Coleman. Coleman looking like a deep 3, but he'll pass it down low to Trey Starnes. Starnes kicks it back out to the corner to Jamin Mason, who 2 to 3 himself. No good on the shot. Not enough on it. Rebound by the Mountain Cats. On the other end, Clancy will drive in. Shot up. Down. No good. Over the line, shooting 2 and CPJ back-to-back free throw attempts after only having 3 total in the game up to that point. He scored 50-50 with 12:39 to go. Trey Starnes still your leading scorer with 16 coming off the bench. But right behind him is Keyshawn Liggins at 15. Macomb Fieldhouse getting loud. The first free throw is good. Back-to-back free throw attempts after only having 3 total in the game up to that. Edinburgh shooting the ball 44.4%. Pitt Johnstown shooting the ball 41.3%. Trey Starnes still your leading scorer, 16 coming off the bench. But right behind him, second free throw is good. Largest lead of the game was 5 for Edinburgh, 8 for Pitt Johnstown. Pitt Johnstown has had the lead for most of the game, but it's close now, 52-50 with 12:30 to go. Mason with the ball on that right side of the floor. Mason, Coleman on that baseline. Puts up the, finally puts on the shot. The 3 moves down low, gets it open, banks it in, ties it back up to 52. Second free throw is good. Wise now with the ball. Josh Wise back to the top of Clancy to Mazua. Mazua trying to get the ball down low, and it looked like it was going to be a good pass, but a kick ball violation on Keyshawn Liggins. Right side of the floor. And that will stop the play. And Pitt Johnstown will be inbounding the ball underneath the Edinburgh basket. Pass into Josh Wise. Wise guarded by Alex J. Wise, couple dribbles in, puts the mid-range jumper with a hand in his face, falling away. It's good. Wise is heating up at the right moment. Gives UPJ the lead once again. Jamin Mason with the ball on that right side of the floor. They keep on starting the offense from there. Pass to Coleman. Dare I say same play over again. That's going to lead to a mid-range jumper this time. Shot up, no good. Rebound by Starnes. Pump fake off. Second attempt at the shot is good by Trey Starnes for a foul. He'll go to the line, shooting one more after this media timeout. 54-54, under 12 minutes to go. We will be back in 1 minute right here on the Edinburgh Sports Network.
It's important to buckle up.
He'll go to the line, shooting one more after this media timeout. 54-54, under 12 minutes to go. We will be back in 1 minute right here on the Edinburgh Sports Network.
It's important to buckle up. It's important to buckle up.
For 11:47 to go in the game. Trey Starnes at the line shooting one after that contact to Nate Shock on the layup, excuse me. Put him at the line shooting one. Shot by Trey Starnes from the dead spot. Shot up is good. Edinburgh reclaims the lead. Like I've been saying, back and forth we go. Edinburgh now is the 1-point lead with 11:40 to go. Mazua with the ball. Mazua pass to Vestovi. Hand off to Clancy. Clancy loses control of the ball, but he gets it right back. Fading down shot clock. Wise will shoot a wide open 3. Miscommunication on defensive end, but the shot is no good. Luckily, rebound by Edinburgh. Jaden Mason with the ball. These two teams playing an elimination game. Winner goes on, loser goes home. Open shot for Alex J. Shot off the three-pointer, no good. Rebound by Edinburgh. They'll get a second shot at it. Keyshawn Liggins with the ball. Liggins to Staunch. Hand off to Mason. Mason hand off to Liggins. Liggins driving in. Shot to low block. Walk. Come down with it by Missoula. Missoula up the floor in a hurry for a quick layup by Drew Magistro. And UPJ season with the lead once again off that layup. 56-55, 10:40 to go. Anthony Coleman, hand off to Alex J. J to Mason, to Liggins. Down low to Staunch. The ball is poked away. They'll go out of bounds. Last touch by the bounce pass. So it will stay Edinburgh ball with 14 seconds to go on the shot clock. 10:32 to go on the game clock. With the lead once again on that layup. They'll be inbounding it. 10:40 to go. Underneath it to the UPJ basket. And they just that to Michael Liggins Jr. Down low to Staunch Sims Jr. Jaden Mason, who drives baseline, puts up the running jumper, shot up, no good. Rebound by Alex J. J back out to Liggins. Thought about that three, but didn't take it. Pass to Sims. Sims drives in, shot up at the low block, no good. Rebound by Alex J. And J trying to get it back out, going to be fouled. And that's going to be the fourth foul on Pitt Johnstown, second foul on Isaac Kotobi. Shot up, no good. Rebound by Alex J. J. Liggins is about their fourth or fifth chance now to try to get these points back. Sims drives in, shot up just over 10 minutes to go. They're down by one. Sims Jr. with the ball on that right side of the court. Pass from Liggins in that far side, right side corner. Liggins back up top to Sims. He'll drive in, kicks it back out to Mason. Mason will drive in, mid-range shot, no good. Rebound by Trey Staunch. The offensive board, give it a rest. Shot up, no good. Rebound by Keyshawn Liggins. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. Last touch by UPJ. And Edinburgh will still have a chance. I lost count of how many chances because for the fighting shot. Far side, right side corner. Back up top to Sims. It's going to be Alex J. inbounding it once again. Michael Sims Jr. A deja vu much. 9:45 to go in the game. Edinburgh down by 1 point. 55. Mason to Sims in that far right side corner. Sims will drive in. Kick out to Liggins. To Alex J. in his left side corner. The three is good with the foul call. Also, so the 4-point play for the freshman Alex J. He'll look to complete it. About 8 or 9 or 10 or 11 attempts for Edinburgh. They finally get a three to fall and they get the foul called also. And so Alex J. at the line shooting one more. My goodness. And now Trey Staunch will take a seat. They're going to go with a smaller unit. They'll bring in Mike Beck to complete it. Ooh. I'm going to say I don't agree with it. You just had 80 offensive rebounds. You can take out your big man. I don't know, though. But the free throw is good for Alex J. Edinburgh with their largest lead in a while, 59-56. Shooting one more. My goodness. And now Clancy take a seat. They're going to go with the ball pass. Shoot that Toby. That's Toby. Magistro. To Clancy, staying in the same spot, that left side. McDonald's logo. That's a free one, McDonald's. Clancy will drive in. He'll throw the ball straight out of bounds. He's trying to pass it to his friend, Orlando King Jr. on that low block. No good as it goes out of bounds. It'll be Edinburgh ball. They try to extend their lead with 9 minutes to go. They're up 59-56. Michael Sims Jr. will take it down the floor, take it to the right side where they've been starting their offense every single time. Sims to the corner to Alex J. He had a three in the corner. Just possession of Joe. He'll pass it out of it. He'll pass out of it. Keyshawn Liggins. Liggins at the top. He'll drive in. Shot up. Out of bounds. An offensive foul. Ball. Shot didn't fall anyway. 9 minutes to go. Keyshawn Liggins now with 2 fouls. Team 7. But it was an offensive foul. So it will not be a 1-and-1. But now UPJ will be in the bonus for the rest of the game. There's still a long way to go. 8:40 to go. Edinburgh up by 3. Clancy with the ball. Take it to the left side. Pass back at the top to Magistro. Magistro down with it. King. What a pass. What a finish. Wide open layup. That's good. 59-58. 8:30 to go. Edinburgh leads. So it will not Sims Jr. to Liggins, to top to Mason, to Mike Beck on the left side. He'll drive in, shot up at the low block. Offensive foul call on the shot. Mike Beck is slow to get up. 59, 58, 8:30 to go. Edinburgh lead. I don't know. I don't agree with that one. Did not look like the Magistrate's feet were set for UPJ. I know we're the Edinburgh Sports Network, but I don't like that offensive foul call, and that could be the 9th foul, excuse me, the 8th foul on Edinburgh. So UPJ still in the bonus with an offensive foul, so it will not be a 1-and-1. Dale Clancy, I don't know. I don't agree with the ball pass. Did not look at Madua. Madua to the corner of Magistro. Magistro drive in, kick back out to King. King drive in. Great pass down low to number 24. Levi Madua. Madua finishes. They retake the lead, 60-59. Under 8 minutes to go. It's Simpson to Sims. Sims drives in, kicked out to Mason. Mason with a deep two, shot up, no good. Rebound by UPJ. Momentum favoring the way of the Mountain Cats now. As Clancy puts up a two-point jump shot. Shot is no good. Rebound by Edinburgh. They're up to 4 in a hurry. Liggins cutting through a couple defenders. What a move. Down low to get open. Edinburgh with the lead once again, 61-60. 7:24 to go. Rebound by King Jr. Past the Magistro to Vescovi. Clancy across the floor to Magistro. He'll drive in, kicks back out to King. To Clancy. Three-pointer in his face, not enough on it, off the front of the rim. Rebound by Magistro. And it'll lead to an easy layup as Edinburgh is transitioning down the floor. 62-61, under 7 minutes to go. UPJ leads to Vescovi. Clancy across the floor to Magistro. Keyshawn Liggins' ball. Liggins driving in, shot up, no good. Gets some foul calls though. And he'll go to the line, shooting two in this Edinburgh student section, getting both the lead to and that's going to take us to our last media timeout. We have a 1-point UPJ lead with 6:47 to go. We will be back in 1 minute right here on the Edinburgh Sports Network.
So you don't have to miss even a minute. It's the Fighting Scots in action on the Edinburgh Sports Network. On the radio at 88.9.
Edinburgh section getting both the lead to and that's going to take us to our last media timeout. We have a 1-point UPJ lead with 6:47 to go. We will be back in 1 minute right here on the Edinburgh Sports Network.
So you don't have to miss even a minute. It's the Fighting Scots in action on the Edinburgh Sports Network. On the radio at 88.9.
Winner moves on to IUP at IUP on Wednesday, the 28th at 7:30. Loser goes home. Welcome back to home field out. So it's an elimination out as a phase 1. Liggins' first free throw after he got fouled as we closed out. Elimination before that media timeout, I guess, is good. So 62-62. Now your score, 6:47 to go in the game. Second free throw is good also. Coming down to the end, Clancy with the ball. Down by 1 for UPJ. He'll pass to King Jr. Back to Clancy on that right side of the floor. Great pass down low. He's trying for the alley-oop, but can't get it. The ball is King Jr. Great pass, great execution. Just not a good finish, but they get the rebound back. And they'll get a second shot at it. Wise pass to King. To Magistro. Down to Clancy at the top of the perimeter. 15 seconds to go on the shot clock. Clancy started close by Sims Jr. Pass off to King. Now to the corner. Number 24, Levi Mazua. Mazua was driving on Sean. Pick up his dribble. Nowhere to go with it. Sean steals it away. Ball up for anybody. It's going to come up UPJ's way. And no shot. As your Sean drives down. Great defense by the fighting Sean. I don't want to point it out to anybody. All five of them out on the floor. Looks like 6 points. Great defense all around. Less than no shot on the shot clock. 6 minutes to go. Exactly. 63-62 Edinburgh lead. They're trying to hold on to be at IUP and get a third chance against the Crimson Hawks this season. Those games earlier in the year were close. Trying to close out the third one. Sims Jr. down the low block to Staunch. Staunch back up to Simpson. Wide open three. Shot up, no good. Rebound by Wise of UPJ. Up the floor to her to Clancy to Magister. Magister in the corner. Pump stick on a three. He'll drive in on the low block. Shot up, no good. Rebound by UPJ. Leads to another wide open three by Wise. No good. Rebound by UPJ. Third chance shot. No good. Rebound by nobody as it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Trey Staunch. Staunch is angry. Slams the ball. He's got to be careful there because you can call for technical for that. I know it's emotional. Definitely the call for technical. That was going to be in a hole. PJ inbound, knocked out of bounds by Jared Simpson. No good. Rebound by nobody as it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Trey Staunch. Angry. Slams the ball. He's got to be careful in the corner of the out of bounds. It rebounded into number 24, Levi Mazua. Mazua wide. Took a turnaround jumper. No good. Rebound by Simpson. Athletics play to get open. 2-on-1 opportunity. Liggins to Simpson. Goaltending as Wise goes up. Simpson blocked it out. Ball is coming back down. Josh Wise will agree with it. But guess what? We agree with it from up here. 65-62 now your score. 5:10 to go in the game. Inside, getting loud with the Edinburgh crowd. Johnstown fans being Magister with the ball. We're taking that far side, left side corner, puts it across the ball to two-pointer. It's good. 65-64, under 5 minutes to go. Edinburgh cleans that limit of lead. Sims Jr. on the right side of the floor, which they've been starting off the offense every time. Half down low to Mason. Mason can't get his hands on it. Comes up the way of the Mountain Cats. Quick chance the other way. 2-on-2. But he's thrown away though. Great defense by Edinburgh. They stop that fast break. Simpson will drive in himself. Puts it away. Simpson will roll in. Simpson owns the ball. Realized nobody was on it. He said, if you're not going to guard me, I don't care if I'm a freshman. Get it to go. 67-64 now, just over 4 minutes to go. Edinburgh looking for the sweep, the three-game sweep. Off hit Johnstown as Clancy puts up a three, no good. Rebound by Michael Sims Jr. Sims down the floor. He was in a hurry, but 6 minutes for the hey. Have a 3-point lead. Under 4 minutes to go. I like our odds. Sims holding the ball now. 15 seconds to go on the shot clock, still holding it. Six of his dribble pass to the top to Mason. Mason to Simpson. Open three in the corner, shot up, no good. Rebound by Simpson. Gets his own rebound. He'll kick it out to Liggins. Liggins will hold the ball. Yes, you can take a minute off the clock right here. Just hold it a little bit. Here's the thing, you don't want to play two passes. You have a 3-point lead. You miss the shot here and you get a 3 on the other end of the tie game, and you're back to the offense as you were just a minute ago. Just trying to pass the ball to Liggins. Liggins will be fouled. As Dale Clancy tries to steal it away. And they're going to take us to a timeout on the floor. It's going to be a 1-minute timeout. We will be back in 1 minute right here on the Edinburgh Sports Network.
Juice, Mom! Juice, juice, juice! Mommy, why are we going to the store?
On the floor, it's going to be a 1-minute timeout. We will be back in 1 minute right here on the Edinburgh Sports Network.
Juice, Mom! Juice, juice, juice! Mommy, why are we going to
3-point lead. They have the ball also with a fresh 30 on the shot clock. No, excuse me. I did not realize Edinburgh is now in the bonus off the foul from UPJ. You know, send Keyshawn Liggins to the line, shooting 2. Edinburgh so far in this game, shooting the ball from the free throw line, 11 of 12. Looking to make it 12 of 13. He'll be shooting a 1-and-1.
I gotta say before we get back into like the intense action, A, this game has been super intense. B, freshmen Alex K and Jaron Simpson are stepping up in this game. Not that they haven't this season, but I mean, what are they standing at right now, Gabe?
They're standing at very good 4 points, and also for Jaron Simpson, trying to find him 7 points. The points part story of the tape for them. They've been playing very well on the defensive side also. As Keyshawn Liggins makes 1 of 2, makes it a 4-point Edinburgh lead. It's Clancy with the ball now. He'll put up a mid-range jumper. We'll call it even a deep jumper. No good. Rebound by Jaron Simpson. Freshman playing very well on both sides of the ball. Edinburgh leading 68-64, looking to hold it for the rest of the game. 2:50 to go. 7 points. 4-point Edinburgh lead. Michael Tate Jr. with the ball. Sims on the defensive side also. So low block and charge. Poked away though. Makes it a 4-point clear, one of the fouls. It looked like it was clearly a foul, but Gordon gets the call. Wise now with the ball. Number 30, Jacoby on a low block, puts the shot, no good. Rebound by Trey Stawn. Of course, down there. Now player of the game so far. Now Keyshawn Liggins on the other end. Before he goes up for a dunk, it's going to be fouled hard by Magistro. He'll go line shooting 2, and they're going to say it's a regular foul. Wise now with the ball. It's not going to be a flagrant. If it was a flagrant, he would have gotten 2 shots in the ball back. But it's going to be a regular foul, and Keyshawn Liggins will be shooting 2. Looking to make both of them. Edinburgh leading 68-64, 2:22 to go in the game. First shot by Liggins. Magistro is good. 69-64 your score, 2:20 to go. I know I just said that, but I just want to reiterate, the game is being live broadcasted on Edinburgh Now YouTube page. Watch and listen to us at the same time. Best way to watch, best way to stay in touch. As Keyshawn Liggins makes both of them 70-64 now. First shot by Liggins. Edinburgh leads 2:15 to go in the game. Dale Clancy with the ball. Clancy pass to Madua. Madua to his corner. The Magistro puts up the 3 and it's good. They answer right back. Makes this a 1-possession game once again. 70-67 with 2 minutes to go. Sims Jr. will walk it. And I mean walk it. Down the floor just past half court. And now he'll hold the ball. Edinburgh leads 2:15 to go in the game. Sims, Dale Clancy with the ball. Clancy pass still with the ball. He'll bring it back to the top. He'll hand it off to Liggins. Liggins puts up the 3 and it's good. We'll start the offense. 8 seconds to go on the shot clock. Still holding the ball. 5, 4. Liggins step back 3. Hit his face. Caught a contact. No good on the shot. Rebound by Staunch. Pump fake. Shot is good. Shooting 1 more. And I've talked about it so much this season. Trey Staunch with that pump fake is the prettiest shot in PSAC basketball. He goes up and takes it, go low, gets the defenders up to where he's either going to miss the shot and get the foul, he's either going to make the shot with no foul, or he's going to make the shot with the foul and go to the line shooting 1 more. He's such a good free throw shooter. We'll see if he can get 1 more on it. He does. 73-67 now your score. 1:33 to go. Edinburgh with the largest lead of the game at the perfect time. If I don't say so myself, Clancy to Madua. Madua at the top of the perimeter. Edinburgh looking to close out the Mountain Cats to move on to IUP on Wednesday. Now a foul away from the ball. It's going to be called on Pitt Johnstown as Jalen Mason gets punched in the face. He does. 73-67 now your score. 1:33 to go. Edinburgh with the Pitt Johnstown fans. A few of them there are here. They are not happy with that. It looks like it's going to be called on Magistro. At the top of the perimeter. Edinburgh looking to close out the Mountain Cats to move on to IUP on Wednesday. Now the foul away from the ball. It's going to be called on Pitt Johnstown. They think it should have been Jalen Mason getting punched in the face. Jalen Mason. We have 2 players hurt. We have Jalen Mason hurt. We also have a UPJ player hurt. They are not happy at that number on that one. Magistro. But it looks like they're going to wave off the foul, and it's just going to be UPJ's ball. As Jamin Mason will take a seat also. They think it should have been a foul on Jamin Mason. You have 2 players hurt on both squad. Both getting treatment from the trainer. A UPJ player that cuts on both runs. We might have a timeout here though. Maybe the rest of the team to be confused. Players to be confused. Two players are hurt. Let's take about 30 seconds. We will be right back right here on the Edinboro Sports Network. You have two players hurt on both squads. Both getting treatment from the trainer. That cuts on both runs. We might have a timeout here though. Let's take about 30 seconds. We will be right back right here on the Edinboro Sports Network.
String.
Still a little bit hurt as he's been treated by the trainer for his blood problem. But back to the basketball action. A pass down low to Clancy. Clancy, a wide open layup. Elects to pass out of it. Leads to a three by Josh Wise. No good. Rebound by Edinboro. You got to think back. Why would you take the easy layup instead of passing out of that? If you're Dale Clancy, but if you're Edinboro, if we're Edinboro, we will take it. Sims Jr. with the ball. He'll pass it to Liggins. Liggins, under a minute to go. He's holding it now. Hit Johnstown thinking about fouling, and they do just that. They'll foul Keyshawn Liggins, one of the best free throw shooters on the team. No good. Rebound by Edinboro. Edinboro able to kill about 15 to 20 seconds there also. And they're also going to go to the line shooting two as there are 10 fouls for UPJ. Under a minute, 73-67 your score, 53 seconds to go. Edinboro. That's actually a timeout. I mean, Chris Clear is talking to all the players. No timeout was called on the floor. UPJ players were still just standing out there like, what's going on? Able to kill about 15 to 20 seconds there also. And they're also going to go to the line shooting two as there are 10 fouls. And the ref was signaling a one and one. But now he's signaling two shots. Your score, 53 seconds. Keyshawn Liggins looking to ice this game. Chris Clear is talking to all the players. No timeout was called on the floor. UPJ players were still just standing out there.
73 with 53 seconds left on the clock.
First shot by Keyshawn Liggins is good. And Keyshawn Liggins going around him his teammates. One, or he dabs himself up. Two shots. Second shot by Liggins is good. It's 2 from the line then. Mason will come in for Trey Staunch. Staunch getting a standing ovation as he's your leading scorer. No, he's gotten beat by 2 now by Keyshawn Liggins. The man coming off the bench and getting 22 points. Keyshawn Liggins going around, making a strong case for the starting lineup. Second shot by Liggins. Now it'll be Clancy. Pass to King for a 3 in the corner. No good. Mason. UPJ trying to get the rebound. They'll knock it out of bounds. It'll be Edinboro ball. 37 points, 20 seconds to go. Edinboro leading by 75-67. They lead by 8. And a little bit of offense, defense, switch. It'll be Mike Beck and Michelson Jr. taking a seat. They'll bring in Trey Staunch. And also, is Jaron Simpson coming into the game? No good. As they throw it in the Mason, trying to get the rebound, knock it out of bounds. Already in there. They're passing to Liggins. Liggins trying to run before he's going to get fouled. So Liggins at the line once again, shooting 32.9 seconds to go. Edinboro looking to get a 10-point lead. And this is a telling game for Edinboro. So many times this season, they have stormed back and then cannot close out games for the life of them. It's been infuriating as a broadcaster of this team. They play so well from start to finish, and they kind of let games fall away from them at the end. But in this game, they've been behind this entire time. They fought back, and then they held on to the lead. Now they're holding on to a 9-point lead, now a 10-point lead, as Keyshawn Keyshawn Liggins makes both the free throws. This is telling me if Edinboro plays like this, they can beat any team in the PSAC, especially IUP this Wednesday, as they're looking to move on to round 2. With a timeout on the floor, we'll take a timeout with them with Edinboro leading by 10. We will be back in 30 seconds right here on the Edinboro Sports Network. This is telling me if Edinboro plays like this, they can beat any team in the PSAC, especially IUP this Wednesday, as they're looking to move on to round 2. With a timeout on the floor, we'll take a timeout with them with Edinboro leading by 10. We will be back in 30 seconds right here on the Edinboro Sports Network. This is telling me if Edinboro plays like this, they can beat any
create jobs.
Elimination game. UPJ is going home. Edinboro moving on to round 2 to face IUP this Wednesday at IUP at 7:30. I'm not sure the exact. I'm not sure who will be there, if will be there. This Edinboro team will definitely be there as they move on to round 2. They get the win by 10 points in this one. Never a doubt, as they say. 77-67. Edinboro, your leading scorer is Keyshawn Liggins with 26, but right behind him is Trey Dawes with 22 off the bench. Man, you got to be happy with this performance by the Fighting Scots. They shoot the ball 43% from the field, and they hold UPJ to under 40%. And man, this Edinboro team, if they play like they did today, and they are able to close out a game like they were for pretty much the first time this season, like they were today, this team can beat anybody, and I'm looking forward to how much havoc they can create in this PSAC tournament after being picked to finish 8th in the league to start the year. And so that will do it here for us. There's too many people now for ETV to even think that it's absolutely insane how many people are here, but thank you to all of you guys. Everybody back in the booth, everybody here running camera. You guys did an awesome job. Thank you back in the booth to Tommy. You never missed a beat on the board. And thank you to Maddie G alongside me to color. And most importantly, thank you to myself for doing such a good job calling the game. All right, that's going to do it here for us. Edinboro getting the 10-point victory. We'll be back here Wednesday. The Edinboro women's basketball team taking on the winner of all of you guys, Hal in Slippery Rock, and the Edinboro men's basketball team at IUP on Wednesday also taking on the Crimson Hawks. So thank you for listening. Thank you for listening, and have yourself a great night. All right, that's going to do it here for us. Edinboro getting the 10-point victory. We'll be back here Wednesday. The Edinboro women's basketball team taking on the winner of all of you guys, Hal in Slippery Rock, and the Edinboro men's basketball team at IUP on Wednesday also taking on the Crimson Hawks. So thank you for listening. Thank you for listening, and have yourself a great night. All right, that's going to do it here for us. Edinboro getting the 10-point victory. We'll be back here Wednesday. The Edinboro